Black Light once again, speaking to my people. And once again, I'm going to go over this with my sisters. Sisters, you could be like Mary, the Mary who birthed Jesus and raised gods. But you got to get from off from under the spell of the evil one. And once you know that you have authority over him, because you are the ancient ones, you know, you are the ancient ones on this planet. You got seniority over everybody. And you got knowledge that's deep inside you, that's hidden, that your mother used to have. They call it mother wit. Grandmama used to have it. That's what kept us here from all these years, because our mothers knew how to survive all of this hell that we in. So what we're going to have to do now is tune in. You know, you used to have, you used to say the black woman had intuition like no other woman. But I believe you're losing your intuition, which is the third eye, which is the pineal gland. And the reason for that is you're looking at too much TV. Wanting to have a good time. Wanting to drown all the pain and misery of 400 or 500 years of slavery. So you're gonna have to tune in to your inner self and quit hating on the black man, because he comes from you. The woman and the male comes from the woman. The man and the male and the female comes from the woman. And you could nourish them into the right direction if you realize your power. You don't realize your worth. You don't realize what kind of strength you got, because you've been misused, mishandled, and abused. But you can't feel sorry for yourself now. We can't be having no pity parties. You know, same with the brothers, because you didn't have no daddy or whatever. I don't know how that is, because I had both my mother and father. But I had them, but they worked all the time. And I was raised by the streets and by the television too. Even though television was a little different back then. Back then, we didn't see no blacks on TV. You know, you might have seen Nat King Cole once in a while or something like that, but then no blacks had their own TV shows. If you see a brother on TV or a black on TV, it was a big event, you know. So it's a little different back then. But we're not going to get into that. But we just explaining why we're going to be off the air for a couple of days. And we want you to absorb all of these other videos that I put out there. and study as much as you can. And I know that brothers, we on the same vibe. Because I heard a brother talking about we need some elders. And then you had Sarah Sutton said, he said we don't need no elders. That the elders, that we, you know, just because, let me tell Sutton said he this, man. You know, there are deep figures in the Illuminati that you don't even know exist. You just know the front men. See, because the hidden hand, he don't like a whole lot of publicity. You know. So they running things, but you don't see them. They got elders in the Caucasian community. The devil got counselors, but you don't know who they are. You don't see them. You know. They behind the veil. They behind the mask. And just like the Most High God was behind the mask. He was in the veil. He was here all the time, but he was had himself veiled. You know. Then he came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad to give us supreme wisdom, then went away again. But he was in the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now it's time for God to come back. Because Elijah Muhammad said, after him, the only thing that's going to be is God. So, but sometimes it takes tragedies and a disastrous level to wake you up, because you ain't waking up. So we tried throwing water on you to wake you up. You still ain't woke up. We tried shaking you. You still ain't woke up. Now we're gonna smack you, but we ain't gonna knock you back out, but we gonna smack you a couple of times, you know, smack, smack, smack. It might take that to wake you up. A couple of smacks upside your head. Maybe that'll wake you up, you know. And it's gonna come, you know. It's coming. The smacks upside the head to wake your ass up is coming. And but right now you got some scrambled signals by way of Sanetta, Seti, Umar, Dr. Umar. So you're losing faith or hope into black consciousness. Some brothers even telling you that it ain't about too much. You're giving up. Before you even got started, you're giving up. You know, that's like in the Bible when Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt. They wandered in the desert for 40 years, for 400 years rather. No, it's for 40 years. And they asked, and God gave them manna from heaven, you know, to keep them sustained in the desert, because they prayed about it. But they couldn't recognize the manna that came from heaven. And then they couldn't recognize it, so they didn't appreciate it. So that generation had to die out, and another generation had to come in to go to the promised land. See? So the whole thing is to take you to the promised land. The whole thing is to take you to the promised land. You know, meaning a land that was promised to you, but you got to be ready. And the promised land is really your mental state of being, you know. But you are promised by the Most High to get there. And your days of wandering in the wilderness is over with. So this video right here, pay attention to this one. We're going to let Donald Trump and the boys do their thing, because he's going to help wake y'all up. He's going to help wake y'all up. And it's going to be the shock of the hour, because y'all still sleep, you know. So we want y'all to put on your seatbelts, because you're going to be in for a hell of a ride. And you're going to be praying and begging for Allah to come and save you.